Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another cool pinball video for you this evening. We have been working on, all through October here, this Mary Shelley's Frankenstein pinball machine that we just got finished up, and we're going to play it a little bit in this video for you so you can see what the gameplay is like. This is a really cool machine. Whenever we got this, if you didn't watch the series of videos that we made on it, a guy came in our store one day and wanted to know if I wanted to buy a pinball machine that he had taken apart into a million pieces years ago and never put back together. And I thought, oh, not really, because usually whenever people do that, they lose all of the little screws and you can't tell where this goes, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But maybe if the price is right. And so I asked the guy what game it was, and he said it's Frankenstein. And so I thought, huh. So you got a pinball machine that's in 1,000 parts, and I need to put it back together to bring it to life, and it's a Frankenstein. Yeah, I'm interested. So we got a really good deal on it, and the guy brought us boxes full of parts and stuff, and it was mainly just the playfield, you know, everything on the playfield. And so over these videos, we've been putting it all back together. The guy took pictures of everything as he took it apart, and we were able to put it all back together, and there wasn't one screw missing at all. It just all went back. We had to repair some stuff like the display, Frankenstein's head, some things like that. But all in all, it went pretty good, and we ended up with a pretty decent little machine. So I figured we would play it a little bit and show it off just in time for Halloween. In the past, we have done Halloween specials. We did we rebuilt a Freddy, a Nightmare on Elm Street pinball machine years ago, and did a whole series of videos on it. We did like 10 videos. It was sitting right there when I was working on it. So if you haven't seen that, there's a playlist here on our channel where we go all through a Nightmare on Elm Street pinball machine. The thing was in crazy shape, rough shape. We had to fix his glove, and we had to, the house was missing. We made one and replaced that, and just had all kinds of work we had to do to that. And then we did one last year where we were working on 2 of the old school Stern Dracula pinball machines. And this year we brought Frankenstein back to life. So it's been really fun. So I have never actually seen this particular version of the movie. I read the book a long time ago, and it's a great book. If you've never read the actual book, it's fantastic. One of the best horror books even to this day. It kind of started the whole thing rolling, where the more modern books kind of took it as inspiration, and it was written by a 16-year-old girl. So it's really just a heck of a book. So years ago, I decided that I was going to watch all of the Frankenstein movies. But the problem with that is there's a whole bunch of Frankenstein movies, and eventually you get to the 60s and the ones that were made in the 60s and the 70s, and it's hard to watch all of them. I mean, there's even X-rated ones. There's ones that are like Japanese, that have nothing to do really with the creation. It's just more of like a mutant. There's just a whole bunch of them. So I didn't get through all of them up to the point where I actually saw Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from the 90s. So I need to I guess skip a few of them and get to that one. But this came out when the movie came out, and Sega at the time was doing a whole bunch of pinball machines that had serious licenses, where they were paying pretty good money for the license on the machine. And I don't know what they paid to make the Frankenstein game for the launch of the movie, but this is what they came up with. It's in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of wear here on the head. We could touch that up. TriStar, Sony Pictures Entertainment Company. And so the cabinet's in pretty good shape. These were one of the ones that they had the silk screened art instead of decals or anything. The Frankenstein monster that you're used to seeing, when I say Frankenstein and you think of something in your head, that is copyrighted basically or trademarked by Universal Pictures, because in the book she never really actually perfectly describes what he looked like. She just kind of leaves it up to your imagination. She talks about it a little bit, but the bolts in the neck and the flat head and all that, and the green makeup and all of that, that was actually created by a makeup guy at Universal Studios who was like the best ever at making monsters, and he came up with that concept all himself. So since the book is so old, you can freely use the Frankenstein character from the book as long as it doesn't look like the Frankenstein character that Universal came up with. So in this movie, this is how they made Frankenstein look. Nothing like the Universal creation. So what a lot of people call the monster, they call a creation, because the whole purpose of the book is that they're basically making the point that, and the creation makes the point, that the doctor is actually the monster because of what he did. Basically playing God by creating a living being, but not having the ability to give it a soul, and now the being's cursed to be on the earth, and it's a great book. So this was the period of time when they were putting art, just hand-drawn art, all over everything on the playfield. And you've got the main toy, of course, is the little Frankenstein doll up there that they spent some time modeling. He has his arms back behind his head because he actually has the ability to throw the pinballs at you. There are 2 ramps. Well, I guess you'd call it ramp. This one actually you can shoot, and then the other one you shoot here, and then a vertical up kicker kicks it up to this top wire form here that feeds it back to the right lane. There's a couple scoops. We put the little protectors on them on the edge. It causes a little bit of an issue if you do that on this particular game. What happens is right here to the left of that protector, the protector protrudes above the playfield just slightly. There's just a little tiny thing there. So what happens is, as the ball rolls down, it hits that lip and it'll stop on this post over here, and it'll get kind of caught there. You can shake it loose if you don't have your tilt all the way up, but if it's coming down through there just slow enough, it'll actually stop right there. So the protector is just held on by the 2 posts behind it. You can just remove it, but it cleans up the playfield and makes it look nice. The scoops get damaged on pretty much any machine. As the ball is kicked out, it hits the wood a little bit and chips it. Same with this one up here, but it doesn't cause any issues having that protector on it. And then you can also get a protector for this up here, which I think is called the Ice Cave. But on this machine, it was in really nice shape, so I didn't worry about it. You can see there's just a little bit of wear there to the left of it, but I didn't put it on there. So it's a pretty traditional 3-flipper. I mean, the 3rd flipper is in a traditional spot, but there's not really. I guess you shoot for the ice cave is the main thing that you're shooting for with that flipper, or the sarcophagus here. We'll read the instructions here in a minute and see what they say. This game has a 6-ball multi-ball, or an up to 6-ball multi-ball. Sometimes it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. But there are 6 balls in the machine for it to get pretty crazy. And all that Frankenstein does is his head moves and his arms move. He doesn't twist or anything. Nice spinner shot on the right. And a lot of the gameplay revolves around hitting these white stand-up targets that spell out Frankenstein. It's got 4 drop targets over here on the left, and a pretty nice shot actually between the drop targets as well that loops around. On this particular one, the ramp was in pretty good shape, so we didn't have to replace the ramp or anything, just clean it up. And all of the plastics were in really nice shape. So I don't know if the gentleman had already ordered replacement parts or not. This is just what he gave me. There is a thing with Sega machines where they have a little bit of a hum on their soundboard. Look, they're asking you to be an organ donor. It literally just said, be an organ donor. Some of these Sega machines would advertise the next game too. I think I've got that turned on. I can't remember, but it'll tell you like what their next game is going to be and advertise it on the back box. But some of these have a little bit of a hum in the sound. This one's not too bad. You can hear it a little bit, but it's I'm not all that concerned about that anyway. Even if it's pretty loud, it doesn't really bother me. But a lot of people, it drives them crazy. But the Sega and Data East games are known for having a little bit of a hum. This particular one, though, you can barely hear it, so it's pretty good. If you have that on yours, look in the back box and see if anything's not screwed down. Maybe the power supply doesn't have all the screws in it or something. Sometimes that'll make it a little better. We'll see if it shows us the coming soon game. So they show Sonic on the display, and then sometimes he's Frankensteined up with zippers on him. This is the big display too. It's about twice the size of a normal DMD, which they tried for just a little while, and Sega made 4 games with it, and then decided that they would go back to the normal size one. Kind of a failed experiment. You can get a replacement color display. Of course, this one's orange, but you can get one that's in full color where the ROMs have been rewritten to where it shows different colors on the screen instead of just the one orange dot matrix look. Alright, so we also put the NVRAM in it so that you don't have to put batteries in it. It'll save your score and settings. So, oh, another thing I should mention. It's an import game. It's from Belgium, so it has a strange coin acceptor on it that wants to take Belgian coins. So it can't take quarters with that on there. You would have to change out the coin door and rewire some stuff to get it right. But since it's likely going either in a home or somewhere where it will be set on free play, we're not too concerned about it. And the coin door looks really nice. Okay, so let's read our instructions here. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Now, she wasn't married at the time that she wrote this book. I'm not even sure that she ever married him, but she was dating a guy, Shelley, who was a writer. Okay, skill shot. Throw the switch to collect the value highlighted in the display. So whenever the ball is sitting there waiting to be shot, there's no plunger. You just have a Frankenstein It's Alive switch. And if you go this way or that way, it recognizes it as a hit and will shoot the ball. And on the back glass, it's going to be saying 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, whatever. And if you do it right, you get your 20 million. Frankenstein. Complete Frankenstein targets to start the flashing feature. Shoot change scene to advance the feature. So change scene, I guess, would be that stand up there, the one that's not one of the letters in the name. And I guess the feature would be this here in the middle. North Pole, sarcophagus, and the ice cave spot targets. Okay, so if you haven't got the F down here, if you make the North Pole, which is, I would imagine up there. Where is our North Pole? I don't see it. Does it say ice cave as well? North Pole, sarcophagus, and ice cave. So the sarcophagus is here. The ice cave is up here. And the North Pole, you would think, would be there somewhere. Surely. Oh, the North Pole is the up kicker shot. So each time you make one of those three, it's going to give you one of the letters that you don't have yet in the name Frankenstein. Multi-ball. Shoot the ramp to light lock, then lock the ball at the North Pole, the vertical up kicker, for 2-ball play. Relock balls at the North Pole for 3 to 6-ball play, then shoot for jackpots. Geneva. Shoot Geneva, the lower scoop, when lit, to connect the Geneva letter Complete for Geneva multiball. Relight by shooting the left orbit or the right in lane. Okay. So you light it up by shooting the left orbit or the right in lane, and then shoot the lower scoop to collect the Geneva letter. And if you complete that, you get the Geneva multiball. Alive. Ball drains in left out lane. Will return to play when alive is lit. Relight alive, the kickback, by shooting the ice cave. It's a fairly traditional ball save on the left there. Sarcophagus. Shoot the sarcophagus, which is the upper scoop, when lit for the accumulated value. Light by shooting the left orbit. Ice cave. Shoot the ice cave, which is the ball eject up the top left we looked at, for award during the one ball play. Hint: pressing the extra ball buy-in button during the course of a game activates the extra ball buy-in feature at the end of gameplay. You have to do it before the game ends, though. I'm going to show you a little map here of some of the shots. So what I do is, you want to shoot the ramp as much as possible because it'll spot, it'll light the lock. Light lock 1, light lock 2. And then you want to shoot the vertical up kicker to get the balls over to Frankenstein and start multi-ball. So that's your main thing. And then, I mean, if you're just trying to start multi-ball. And then you want to spell the name to get the features going here. So that's what we're looking at. Very cool game. I'll set up the tripod. We'll play it a little bit. Now, I am not a great pinball player. You all know this. But we'll see what we can do. Alright, folks, we're going to play it a little bit. You can barely see the creature or the creation up there. You're just going to have to deal with it, folks. I could take the glass off, but I don't like playing them with the glass off. And I can turn the lights on, but I don't like playing them with the lights on. So this is kind of just how I experience them. You can just hang out and watch if you like. So let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, you get to pick too. It's saying music select. You want the film soundtrack on the left or Edgar Winter's Frankenstein on the right. I love Edgar Winter's Frankenstein, but they're probably going to screw up the the monetization on YouTube if I leave that on there. Okay. Yeah, it may demonetize this whole video because that's clearly a copyrighted song, but we'll see what it does. Oh, I'd let it dribble off the end. Don't do that, folks. Oh, I missed it. I've got it set on 3-ball. You can do whatever you'd like. It's doing the It's Alive bit. Geneva. Okay, watch, see if it gets stuck. It went fine that time. I meant to make it go in there 3 times in a row. 4 times in a row. Live again. I told it to play the movie soundtrack, but it's clearly playing the song that I can't mention or it'll make this all muted. So all I really want to get going where you can see it is the multi-ball. I got my 20 million. Skill shot there. You can kind of see the display because it's reflecting into the glass so much. So watch it get stuck. Nope. There, it's getting stuck. You got to be careful with the tilt, though, you know. I'd like to hit the ramp to lock another ball. I mean, to light another lock. Oh. Ah, come on. I was robbed. I missed the skill shot. We've made it to the ice cave. Fast scoring, shoot stand-ups and the pops. Oh, come on. Come on now. I think that's it. We'll have to play again.
All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
All right. Let's try it again. Oop, wrong button. Okay, we're going to try the movie soundtrack. Film soundtrack. You gotta watch some shots in the middle. Good way to have the ball drain out. Got my 20 million. We gotta start getting some ramp shots going. I don't think I can backhand it. I think you gotta do it traditional. You might be able to backhand it if the ball's going fast enough. Missed it. Shoot the spinner and pops. Okay. Ooh. So far, not so great. I haven't hit the spinner or the pops yet, but that's okay. There's the spinner. And I got like one pop. Spinner. No multi-ball yet.
She's dead. All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
I like the film soundtrack. It sounds good. Missed my skill shot. I don't know if you can see, but his head is moving around the whole time we're playing. heard you can fix that little problem with the protector stopping the ball by changing the post on the left, but I don't know that I want to mess with all that. I need to start making some ramp shots. That's what I need to be does. Shoot the spinner and pops. Okay. There's some pops. A little pop action. Oh no! Just when we were doing so good. I guess I should be telling you what my score is. I got 20 million bonus. The skill shot. Geneva. I gotta get some ramp shots or I can't get the multi-ball started. Geneva. Oh, I guess I can do the Geneva multi-ball, but it's not as fun because he doesn't throw the ball. I'd like you to see him throw it one time. The sound effects and call-outs are pretty good. He's not ready. He's not ready. Yeah, my ramp shot's not ready yet either. I'm gonna get the hang of it. Once I get the hang of it.
Don't bother. She's dead. All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
256 million. I would play the Edgar Winter song, but I honestly think they did such a good job on it that it's going to copyright strike me. And I don't think I can backhand that shot. There's a shot. Well, I didn't have it lit yet. Shoot Frankenstein's targets, it says. Come on, come on. They stole it from me. Come on. Replay at 1.2 billion. I got my 20 million. Okay, let's get the ramp shot going again. Kickback works good if you have it lit up. Ah. She's dead. Well, what's he? He's like beating her. So far, I don't have the skill.
All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
289 million. So far, I don't have the skill to get the ball up the ramp enough to light the multi-ball. To light the lock. I'm getting better at the skill shot though, so that's good. Small steps here, people. There we go. Yes, just when it bounces around there a little bit, it'll get stuck. And I don't have the tilt turned off. I've just got it adjusted down. There we go. Oh, right down the middle. It went right down the middle. We might get to see him throw one here. Lock is lit. What? Live again. Let me live again. Come on now. Says the lock is lit, folks.
I'm not ready.
So I got to get it to the North Pole.
I'm not ready.
I missed. I thought I had it. Nope. Whoa, too fast for me. It was going too fast for me.
Don't bother. She's dead. All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
273 million. I'm consistent. You know, that's the sign of a good game when the same player gets a consistent score game after game, because it's fairly well balanced, you know. If I was getting like a big crazy score and then a bad score, you know, you could say, well, the game's kind of, it gives you whatever you want. But if I'm getting about the same score each time, I'm playing about the same each time, so. That orbit shot I have never been good at on any machine. I'm just not fast enough to follow it usually. Whoa. I didn't pull it all the way up. Missed it. There's our lock we needed earlier. Shoot the Frankenstein targets again. Missed it. Oh. I cannot get that ramp shot down. All right, we're going to play it one more time. I could cheat by taking the glass off, but I'm not going to do that, folks. I am not a cheater.
All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
275 million, again, very consistent. Live again. It'll save the ball if it's like the first 5-6 seconds. There we go. Come on, multi-ball. We're going to need some multi-ball action here. Missed it. Loop ramp to score the creature value. Okay. Telling me to make the ramp shot. That's not my strongest shot, obviously. Don't you dare. Oh, and it did it anyway. Even after I threatened it, it did it. Oh, come on. Live again. Live again. Live again. Well, I'm trying to get up there. Oh. I am hitting nothing but air. quite enough. Not quite enough.
Don't bother.
266 million.
All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
Okay, this is the last game. I've already wasted my kickback. Well, it gave it back to me, so. Oh, hey, I did backhand it. I thought you might be able to if the speed of the ball was faster. It's all physics. I don't completely understand it. But if the ball is moving when the flipper hits it, the ball will come off the flipper quicker, and you can make shots that you can't always make from a cradle. I can't wait to read all the comments telling me every little thing that's wrong with it. I cannot wait. This one's going to set new records. Oh, they slid it right by me. Live again. This is ball 3. That would mean it's the last ball, folks. Ah, there we go. All right, well, we tried. Watch, he's gonna kill her. Watch this. Watch what he does. What the?
All that I once loved lies in a shallow grave.
Very cool game. I like it. They don't give you the multi-ball very easily. You have to at least make the ramp shot. They want you to at least have the ability to flip the ball from here to there. If you don't have that ability, they're not giving you that damn multi-ball. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below. Now, if you like these newer games like this that I'm not very good at playing at all, I'll put up another video of one that we did a while back that was a similar vintage over here. So check it out. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you on the next video.